top 3 surprise teams from the 2023 NFL season. And we're going to get into the top 3 letdown teams as well. Let's start with the positive news from the top. I think the biggest surprise from this season, no doubt, was the Indianapolis Colts. They absolutely, or not the Indianapolis Colts, excuse me. They are one of the teams that's on here and actually does surprise me. God, I'm all over the place, y'all. I feel rusty with the show. I never even said hit the QR code there if you want to check out every bit of the content at NFL with AJL, hashtag the NFL with AJL. The Houston Texans were, to me, easily the biggest prize of the 2023 NFL season. Rookie head coach in DeMeco Ryans, who was defensive-minded. Rookie quarterback in C.J. Stroud, who was taken second overall in the draft. 3 wins last year, dead last in the league, or dead last in their division. Not a great offense, not a great defense. Turning it around to this year. Talk about comeback team of the year. DeMeco Ryans as that rookie head coach, CJ Stroud as that rookie quarterback. They triple their wins to 10. They win a division. They win a playoff game against a juggernaut defense who's getting compared to historic teams. And all of the talent they were able to utilize well, knowing that Tank Dell went down and they were still able to utilize great pieces, having that Robert Woods, having that John Mechie, having that offensive line, having Will Anderson on the defense, and just all these pieces clicking together for the Houston Texans. Definitely the most surprising team of the season. Next, I'm going to say the Indianapolis Colts. Going 9-8, I can only wonder what would have happened if the Indianapolis Colts did not lose Anthony Richardson early on in the year, because I think he's going to be a breakout player next year. Shane Steichen had Anthony Richardson going toe-to-toe with Trevor Lawrence earlier on in the year. I understand it's an earlier part of the year. I understand it's that September, October football. We want to see Anthony Richardson stay healthier. We know the show gave him a hiccup, but he can spin it. He can move. He's big. He's physical. Shane Steichen, being the OC from Philly, also in the rookie head coach position, did a fantastic job. And I think it's a very bright future for the Indianapolis Colts, considering the talent they have on both sides of the ball, the leadership in Shane Steichen, and the fact that Anthony Richardson is going to be, I think, a very good quarterback in the NFL. And next will be the Green Bay Packers. Definitely a big surprise team here. We saw how Jordan Love came out, has an absolutely amazing season, blows out the Cowboys in the wild card round, whether you look at that as an accomplishment or not. Matt LaFleur still being able to do the quarterback whispering that the Green Bay Packers are so halted for. And knowing that they won a playoff game. They had a chance to compete this year. And I think they're going to be contenders for years to come. 2 honorable mentions for the surprises of the year. I'm going to go the Rams, having a Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp coming off injury, having Puka Nacua as the most, regarded rookie wide receiver we've seen to date, at least as, for what the numbers say. Sean McVay having a very, very young team on both sides of the ball with the Kyron Williams. I'm trying to think of the defensive end that was fairly young that they had some tutelage with. Excuse me for not knowing the names. I just remember thinking all year, this is such a young team without a lot of leadership, and knowing that Sean McVay coached these guys up. Sean McVay easily could have been in the coach of the year discussion. Having to deal with all these young players, having to deal with some of these injuries, and still getting these guys to a 10-7 record and going down to the wire against Jared Goff and the Lions. And another audible mention, I'm going to say the Cleveland Browns. When you have 4 starting quarterbacks and you continue to still win and make the playoffs, 11 wins, 6 losses, the playoff loss was ugly to Houston. We know that they got blown out by them. A 45-piece put up on them in the playoffs. It's not something to write home about. But when you're going from Deshaun Watson to PJ Walker to Joe Flacco, I can't remember the 4th quarterback. Oh, Dorian Thompson-Robinson as well. When you're having to shuffle all those quarterbacks, you're pulling Joe Flacco off of a couch, who wins comeback player of the year, which I didn't agree with, comes in, throws for all the yards, throws for all the touchdowns. He does lose the playoff game, but knowing that Kevin Stefanski had to do that and still willed this team to the playoffs and 11 wins, absolutely impressive.